welcome back to SDL TV Live. After a career working in corporate marketing, Kim Gelman decided to shift her creative talents to designing children's spaces and rooms and eventually starting her own business, artisticsensations.com. So what's interesting about you, now how long has artisticsensations.com been around?
I've had it, let's see, about 19 years.
19 years,
Yep.
and it's always been an internet-based
Yes.
business, which is amazing.
Yep.
You're way ahead of your time.
Yeah, I kind of got into it right when the internet was exploding.
So take us back to that time in your life and what made you decide that this was your direction?
So I was pregnant with my first child and was kind of out in the market looking for just, a higher quality type product in crib bedding and decorated nursery, and I just really couldn't find anything. So I thought, oh, this could be potentially a business idea. And I was in marketing, as you mentioned, and I actually got laid off. And so I had a year of, time to just kind of think about what I wanted to do. And so I thought, I'm going to start my own business in that realm.
Wow. So I bet the marketing skills that you had garnered in your prior job really helped you to kind of get it right from the beginning.
Definitely. I mean, I wrote a marketing plan and started going to some of the different shows, trade shows out in the all over the country in Dallas and New York and Chicago, and just kind of seeing what products are out there. And I found there were a lot of great, high quality, handmade, American-made products that I could decorate my son's nursery with and then sell to other consumers also.
Yeah, and I was shopping for baby things about that same time. And I remember that there were just a couple of retail stores here in St. Louis that we would go to, that most people would go to.
Yeah.
Very few, and very limited selection.
Right.
And so, but what you found is there was more out there, it just wasn't here.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So I thought, why not start, kind of a custom type line where a consumer could pick their fabrics and pick their styles and what they wanted, and we can make it for them. So that's kind of how the idea came about.
So how did you do that, Kim, just logistically? Did you actually have a staff of seamstresses who actually made this? Okay.
I do. So I have a couple workrooms that are in different parts of the country, and whenever we have orders, that's how we make them.
So from the very beginning, have you used the same workrooms all
I have, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, a couple have gone out of business, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But there's about 3 or 4 that I still use, and it's great having them on different coasts. Like one's on the West Coast, one's on the East Coast, one's in the South. So there are different trends in those markets, and then that can translate into introducing new trends in a different region.
Yeah.
Since I sell all over the country.
And everything's here in the United States. There's no manufacturing taking place outside.
I mean, there are some products that we have. We have like a line of bunk bed curtains for kids' bunk beds and castle beds, and those are made overseas. But we really try to stick with American-made products.
Okay, so going back to the beginning again, I'm just very fascinated by this whole idea of 19 years ago, an internet-based business. And you started with baby beds specifically, or did you immediately have different age ranges?
So I started mainly in baby to start because that's where my interest, was. And I started with step stools and wall art and crib bedding, and then of course it evolved into more, kids bedding, teen bedding, on up to college. So now I sell from baby to college.
Okay, so as your kids have gotten older,
right,
and you saw what they need,
right.
And I mean, looking back at how you started 19 years ago, are there things that you would have done differently had you known later? Like, I'm sure there probably are things.
Yeah, I mean, we start out very small. Like when we launched our website, for example, we had 50 items. So we started very small. It actually was a friend of my husband's that built the website, so it's very inexpensive, and we just kind of tested the waters to see. And when we were just kind of on, like you said, the brink of the new stage in our country, or in the world really, where the internet was just booming and just becoming a new avenue, way to promote products, we really didn't know what we were doing. So it was interesting. I mean, I made a lot of mistakes, and I just kind of stumbled along, and I ended up having one of my artists actually that was painting for me. Her sister was a person that had been starting to learn about search engine marketing, and so I partnered up with her, and then she sort of taught me how to navigate on the internet.
Yeah, a long time ago.
A long time ago.
Well, you must be
So it was
expert.
really interesting.
You could probably start another whole business right now in consulting and search engine
I don't know about that.
optimization. So we're going to take a quick break
Okay.
right now, Kim. When we come back, we're going to hear a lot more about the evolution of the internet and how it's affected Kim and her business. So stay with us. More with Kim Gelman and ArtisticSensations.com right after this.